Catch up on all the live shows right here on africatechradio.com.
Can I say it feels brand new today? So brand new, because woke up to the news that Thread is the new place to get all your social feed excitement from. I mean, I feel like a baby offered candy. I don't know, it just kind of knowing that something new is around the block. I like new things. I like new shiny things, like cutting out of plastic. I feel like I'm also in my Barbie mode. Yeah, though I don't really wear pink that much, so everything just feels very soft and sweet and nice. And of course, just watching the big brothers in tech just going and doing their thing, I don't know, it's just kind of exciting for me, because most times when I tell people that I'm into tech, they're like, oh, boring. How do you survive? I'm like, no, it's super interesting, very informative. And some of the stories are quite interesting just to see how people behave or how they interact with some of these tools or some of this new upgrade and new system of doing things. I mean, it's great. It's great. And we enjoy talking about it. What we do at Africa Tech Radio is we report on technological advancements in Africa, but that doesn't stop us from looking at what technology is all about around the world. I mean, we can go from anywhere: Australia, Canada, USA, Europe, anywhere. Just name it. I mean, some months ago, I was in Valencia. I was looking at what their Silicon Valley is all about in that city. It's a European Silicon Valley also. So you see, we go round the globe for you guys. Welcome to the show, guys. This is Cruise Control. My name is Bookii, your host. All I do is look for the news wherever the news is. Go around the blog, go on the landscape, check the techosphere. Yeah, I don't know how that sounds, but what I do basically is just bring you the hot topics, the what's going on, what's trending, what's happening, and I serve you the gist hot. Not like a nerdy tech, but like your fun tech sis. You get the drift now. So guys, welcome to the show. So sit back, relax, and of course, let's talk trending topics. Today, a lot is happening. Thread is the new thing, guys. Thread is the new thing. So I haven't onboarded totally on Thread. I've downloaded the app. I'm going to onboard with you guys, and of course we talk about what this platform actually is all about and what the future is going to look like using or utilizing this platform. And we'll also get to talk about online ride-hailing companies. What's the new update? And amazingly, today is a wonderful day to have the conversation on how to stay alert and safe from road insecurity. I have a guest coming through on the show with me, so it's a package show for you guys today. I mean, from moving from excitement to safety tips, and of course also giving you some heads up with what's happening for those people who are constantly on the road or commuting from one place to another and needing the service of these online ride-hailing companies. So what are the things they have in place? What are the new features they are bringing? And of course, how can we stay alert and up to date with all of that? So Ibadan is actually like the largest city in Nigeria. I mean, look at the size of Ibadan, especially their brown roof. Yes, it is the Oyo state capital, and it's the second city in Nigeria where InDrive is going to be operating. So one of the reasons they said due to the recent driver strikes with the whole economic meltdown and things happening, inflation and the likes of it, so they actually had to make the move because there is a need for an alternate approach to ride hailing service. So basically what the other platforms they offer is that once you need the service, you go on the platform and you order for your ride. When you order for your ride, you can then pay whatever amount the algorithm suggests you pay. So what InDrive does, on the other hand, is they give you the opportunity to negotiate your ride with the driver, because sometimes the pocket is not as fat as they think it looks. The algorithm does not understand that Igboro Koreri people are not smiling on the streets. Everybody, they find money. So when you're billing me, you should bill with conscience to understand that. You see, this is the part where I used to say, see, the AI will definitely work in your favor. It can never work against you or work ahead of you. Imagine the human factor we're bringing into this. Machine learning is just projecting the hours or the time it's going to take from location A to location B and estimating the price. But when you hassle or haggle, is it haggle they call it, haggle your price with the driver, you come to a compromise where there's understanding that we're in this country together, or my brother man, chale, na me and you, understand, and the person can be reasonable. And for those who can't really go on that journey, they tell you not to worry, cancel, and you'd get another ride. So I think this particular company has given alternative, and I've also benefited from it. Because there are days where it's just the extra on that money I don't want to pay. So I'm going to go on InDrive. Look for the driver that is going to take the exact amount I am willing to part away with for the journey. Because sometimes the journey is not that far, but the money is looking like you're going to Sokoto. Yeah. So right now they are going to be operating in Ibadan. So this model that they are giving drivers and passengers to negotiate their fare is like something the algorithm wouldn't really work or dictate rather. So they believe that this is a viable solution to many of the problems facing the ride hailing situation in Nigeria at the moment. So this is the reason why they've decided to extend their operation to Ibadan. In Lagos, they've been doing good so far, because if you're like stranded and you're complaining about how some of these other platforms, they are just raising some crazy prices, you just see about 2 people who ask you, have you tried another app? People are suggesting, because everybody understand how the level is for everybody. Do you get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. Another issue is the app is also being built around safety measures also, which is a conversation I just had with my guest on the show. So in case you're listening to this after some time, not in real time, you can always check back on staying alert and safe from road insecurity. You can check the conversation. It's going to be on our website, so don't go too far. After this, you might check to see there are a lot of greatness happening right here in the heart of Nigeria, Lagos State precisely, and extending to other places, just like InDrive is doing. So the app also has the in-safety feature, which allows passengers to share their trip details with friends or family, with real-time GPS tracking during rides. The app also features an emergency button to contact authorities, and also a dedicated support team on hand 24/7. I think for me, the big thing I've heard today is knowing that the emergency team, not just government established, but having private establishment pushing for emergency response. This is something that I feel like, especially here in Nigeria, I need more people or more techies coming into this space. Emergency response system. We have doctors who are willing to work. We have nurses. We have caregivers and all of this stuff who are willing to put their life on the risk to save other people, to ensure that there's balance and there's safety and there's peace and harmony around us. So looking at the competitor, InDrive has boats to compete with, as Uber to compete with, as which other app do people use? I think these are the major apps I use. That's why I know about them, because I'm always on the road. I'm on the streets. Yes, speaking of competitors, Bolt, which is another e-hailing service provider for commuters, they also reached 1 million drivers and carriers in Africa. So they're throwing up their balloons and celebrating that. Now they want people to know that they've crossed the 1 million drivers mark. They've been able to register and employ over 1 million drivers, and they've hit their profitability plan, which has been in motion for the past 12 months. So now they have this in celebration with their 10 years in business, the company, they're just tooting their horn. I mean, how do they used to say that in English? Toot your horn. So they're just letting people know that they've been able to surpass this feat. They announced this. It has now more than 3.5 million drivers carry around the world. I mean, that's such a huge number. The world is about 120 billion people, and they're able to service 3.5 million drivers. That's a huge number if you're doing your calculation right, not in terms of looking at billions and millions. Just having 10 people subscribe on your YouTube channel, you go, yeah, we. Just having 100 or 1,000 people like your post, you will hear we. Talk more of having like 1,000 people register under your venture. Let's say you're a merchant, you're selling some e-commerce business and everything. You will go through it. So this is no small feat for them to be able to have 3.5 million drivers registered, even carriers around the world. This is really good, and having 1 million directly from Africa. You see how massive the market is in Africa? Exactly. Most people say, no, this is always your point. I know it's my opinion, and I would like you to interact with me if you conflict what I'm saying. It's not sitting well with you. I like ruffle my feather a little. If my opinions ruffle your feather, ruffle mine. Jump on our social media page, A-Tech Radio on Instagram, Africa Tech Radio on Twitter, and you can even join us on Thread. That's the next thing we're on, and we're going to sail that wave. See, don't be left behind. If not, you will not be our close paddy on that place. Now only people where we be our guy with they follow talk. Understand? But everybody is our guy on social media, guys. I'm always here for you. Lillian is here for you. Tony is here for you. We also have content from other presenters who are dropping it on the website. We're here for you, to serve you, let you know the technological advancements happening around you. Speaking of this boat was founded as Taxify. I've totally forgotten that this company was Taxify. Yeah. So I remember I was just coming out of school when this happened, and my friend's brother was working with the company Taxify. So whenever he's talking about Taxify, I'm like, are you working with a taxi man? I didn't know anything back then. So he explained to me, and it was, I think he was responding to maybe when people who were ordering the ride were having issues, delay and everything, before everything became automated. So those were the people who were at the forefront of ensuring that this company runs. So I be ijile gone when it comes to knowing about boats. And I like the fact that also they've been experiencing some safety imbalance somewhere, and they always try to fix it, maybe improve on their features, maybe add new features, maybe look at ways where people can they respond to reviews or comment on social media. The quick response they give, I think I commend them for that one, especially the whole struggle they had to go through in Kenya. See, there was a time Nigerians had their own portion of this whole thing, where people are misusing the platform, using it for bad activities like kidnapping people, robbing people, taking people to wrong locations and the likes of it, drivers not being the one registered on the app, all of those things. I've seen this company grow in bounds by how they respond to all of this and make changes in real time. The founder and CEO of both, Marcus Villing, attributed this success to the company's core principles that have remained the same since it was founded 10 years ago. So they've been able to stay above the surge in inflation, rising interest rates, and uncertain macroeconomic outlook across many markets. So they said by being the most operational efficient mobility platform in the world, they provide incredible value to their customers and partners. Also, they have great service and attractive prices to drive the industry and leading for growth. They are also proud to serve 150 million customers across 45 countries. They've been able to scale up in the past 12 months, and this is actually good. I would have given them my clap app sound, but I'm not able to pick that thing out very fast, so I'm just going to give them this. Let's celebrate them. It's not easy. I mean, they simplified the method of jumping on the road for each and every one of us. Yes, we are together in this together. And for people who don't know about this, because you have fleets of cars in your compound, well, just kind of understand my feeling a little bit. Don't judge me. Just be curious about why this lady is excited for this company. I really like this. I remember when Gokada came into the game also. I was super excited for them. Then the founder was assassinated, according to news. Really sad. But I like how these people are being able to put things together. And also they appointed a new financial officer who is going to be the CEO, Miko Salovara. So they believe the ride-hailing industry is notoriously hard to operate profitably. So they decided to make this change. And of course, Bolt is on the journey for the next stage of IPOs, so they are improving their business operation system. So that's things they're positioning themselves for. Speaking of what's happening today, I woke up this morning. I barely slept, so I can't even say I woke up because I was awake all through the night, and I stumbled on what's really happening, checking for the news that I'm going to bring for you guys, and I saw that there's a big brother in town, and this big brother is called Thread. So if you've been following with us on any of our shows, you know we reported about Elon Musk buying Twitter, and after buying Twitter, making some funny changes that was supposed to improve the company's financial income. So they were looking at ways they could market and make more money. That's basically monetizing the Twitter platform. The users there were restrictions and laws and accounts being disabled. There are payment options for people who would like to have extensive features on their phone or get an advantage over regular users and all of that stuff. It's been stifling for the past few months. It's been happening since early this year, late last year, but mostly early this year. And Mark Zuckerberg hinted that it was going to create something that was going to sell out and beat Twitter down. So it's been a crazy thing where people are anticipating that these two tech icons are going to put up a ring fight. But me, I was telling my colleague today, the fight is already started, guys. These people are already at it. Mark Zuckerberg already went to Elon Musk's house and just gave him a dirty slap by actually releasing an app called Thread. If you're a user of Twitter, you would know after a while there was changes around how many characters we can tweet with, from 124 to 248, and after a while they discovered it was still not enough and they created Threads on Twitter. So now creating an app that is solely Thread and trying to divert how people operate on Twitter and giving them the option to operate like that on Thread, it's a dirty slap. It's a dirty slap. And Elon Musk, who woke up to the news this morning, he was enraged. He didn't know how he was going to react to it, but he had a thing or two to say. I'm trying to sort for the comments because this guy, it's a bass goes bass. Bass. Let's see what. So yes, this is the comment. It said it's definitely preferable to be attacked by strangers on Twitter than indulge in false happiness of hide the pain Instagram. So basically what he's saying is there's openness, there's vulnerability, there's acceptance, there's communication back and forth. There's no pretense on Twitter, but on Instagram, you know, people show their finest moments because it's picture based. But either ways, whatever I had to say didn't stop people from going on Thread. I mean, millions of people moving per hour. In just 7 hours, they were able to have 10 million users registered on Thread. This is a lesson for not just Elon Musk, for every one of us. I mean, everyone is moving to the next big thing. So why are you wasting time? Why are you wasting time? Why are you still contemplating why you should be there? I see some people on Twitter saying that, oh, they're not ready to make the move. They're loyal. They're this. They're that. Who loyalty help? Who loyalty help? So basically, it's either you join the bandwagon and see where it leads, or you get left behind. And I really don't like people getting left behind. So basically, let me tell you what Thread is for those of you who are still skeptical about, do you need it, do you not need it? So Thread is a text-based conversation app that is widely seen as an alternative to Twitter. So if you're a Twitter lover, but you've been having headaches from all of the changes or regulations and restrictions on there for quite some time now, you can now use Thread to have conversations just like you do on Twitter. The app allows users to write and share real-time text updates among groups of followers who can like and reply to them and share them with their own followers. It even borrows the name from its rival, Thread. That is Twitter. Thread, which is another word for a series of connected tweets from one account. That's still on Twitter. A particular account can create a thread of conversation just because there's limits with how the characters were programmed. So another difference from Thread and Twitter is with Twitter, you have just limit of 240 something characters, but with Thread, you have 500 character limits, which I think is really good. But what am I saying, Steph, in 500 characters? But sometimes I do have a lot to say. So, and there could be teachings, notes, people sharing life experiences. That's something that I've recently absorbed my attention on Twitter. Life experiences. When you're crossing age gap, you need to learn from people who have been there, the senior brothers and all. So I usually just go there to learn a thing or two from people's experiences. Then even talking about, I'll share with you before I round up the show about stock. How you can also get stock on some of these platforms. Rather just be a dormant user, you can actually be an active user and actively make money. So let's stick around for that one. So when and where can users try out Thread? The CEO, Mark Zuckerberg, who is the owner of Meta, has said it's aiming to roll out Thread in more than 100 countries except Europe. So what happened was he had some issues with data protection rights in Europe and was fined $1.3 billion and £1.2 billion. That was what he paid. He paid now. So what he did now is he hasn't really stepped into the zone of the European countries. So he's just focusing on 100 countries. And thank God Nigeria were able to actually engage as fast as we could with the application. So this is also available on app stores and Android. So if you are not seeing it, your phone is not original. Go and change your phone. So the launch happened on July 6th, and there are concerns also around regulations of data, how sharing of data would affect people from Threads and Instagram. Because they are merging these two together. So another thing is, when you download this app from your iPhone App Store or Android device, Play Store, Google Play Store, you can actually sync when you can sync it with your Instagram because it's the same owner. Do you get it? So it's coming from a family tree. So Twitter users can also move their followers from their Twitter page, not just from your Instagram. You can move from your Instagram page to Thread. You can move users or your followers from your Twitter page onto Thread. So you're not losing that much. You're still carrying your community with you, your followers with you, and people who are already prominent Twitter personalities, they won't have to go start from the scratch, which I think is very considerate, because why would I want to leave my 1 million followers on Twitter to go and start afresh on Thread? So it's just ideal that I bring my people, then we all continue our relationship, our online relationship on another block, which is Thread. So you can integrate your Thread with Instagram, like I said. One thing is, once you integrate Thread with Instagram and you delete it, you automatically delete your Instagram account. I don't know if you delete. For me, we usually go on I hibernate sometimes and take digital detox, and I've gone to finish downloading Thread, and I've synced my profile with Thread. Now, I don't know, I'm getting the information that if I delete Thread, I'll delete my Instagram. So I'm asking, on days where I'm tired of Instagram and I delete Instagram, will my Thread automatically delete? Well, I'll figure that out and let you guys know. You know, I share my personal life with you. I don't know why, but I just do that because I want to be close to you. I'm your radio companion. Where are you going to get gist from? So I think this is what's happening. So what happened to Twitter under Mox? Of course, he made some bad moves. He bought Twitter at the rate of $44 billion, and all he was thinking was he could generate money if he acquires the company. Since he acquired the company, he has been making effort to see how he can make money from users. And speaking of users, I did a research on the number of users that each platform gets. Let's see. So I have this on a monthly basis. This is a research done on a monthly basis. Netflix gets, let's see, I'm missing it here. So let's start with Facebook, because that's where we take start though. We remember the days of To Go. Hey God, To Go. We remember Kicks. Yes, Kicks. This app, my chat or my five, I can't remember, my something. I'm old though. Respect for me. Side eye. What's that song with Side Eye? Bombastic Side Eye. Criminal offensive. Yeah, I mean, when you look at my skin, black don't crack. It's criminal offense to look this good. With all the years I've spent on earth. Yeah. So I was there when Facebook came into the game, and Facebook was able to, they monthly, so far so good. Facebook have 2.4 billion monthly active users and 1.6 billion daily active users. And looking at WhatsApp, because I'm calling them because they are family related, Facebook, Instagram. So WhatsApp has an estimated number of 1.5 billion monthly active users. Instagram, on the other hand, have 1 billion monthly active users, and Twitter has 330 million active users, 134 million daily active users, or at least this is the reason why he thought he could monetize the daily active users, according to Elon Musk. But so far they've been able, it's reduced since all the changes to 68 million monthly active users. This is crazy because the number keeps going down. Another platform who made a move, I think Reddit saw this coming. They saw this, that the market is going to open for other social platforms, because something that Twitter has been doing that most other platforms don't do is have an open system where everybody can interact and cross the path of it. You can just talk to your president anyhow on Twitter. You can talk to your manager anyhow on Twitter, because what? There is no control, free speech. Then they started restricting people, censorship and all that, which is also happening already on Thread. So don't think because Thread is new and they're giving people the license to switch or to move, you can go there and talk anyhow. Somebody already tried it. Block button already. They blocked him. So this is it. YouTube also have a great number of visitors. Let's see. This, when I'm calculating these numbers, you should be calculating money, because every time you log on to all this app, they are receiving money in the cloud space. So there is a lot of information you would love to know about, talking about the tech landscape. Just keep listening to Africa Tech Radio and checking us out. We definitely do this for you guys. Hey. So we definitely do this for you guys. YouTube is having monthly active visits of 1.9 billion logged in every month, and 149 million logged into Twitter daily. I mean, and Twitter again is videos. They take hours. They spend hours on content. So they have 300 hours of videos uploaded every minute. Gosh, the cloud space. People are they are cashing out though, cashing out badly. While you are here looking at the cloud, looking at, okay, I'm talking to myself, looking at the sky. I'm a sky lover. People are cashing out from this cloud space. LinkedIn, on the other hand, have 560 million registered users with 303 million monthly active users and 5.3 million accounts open per month. So I think this one is the those last born, but they are doing things. Yeah. And Snapchat, yay, filters for me. When I go to Snapchat, I don't care. I don't run any pyro on Snapchat, so I don't understand it. Yes, Snapchat has approximately 301 million monthly active users and 109 million daily active users. I feel for me, it just took just one person that made Snapchat users to go down. If you know, you know. The Jenner family, the Kardashians, yeah. And Pinterest, this is where I build my lifestyle, guys. They've helped me with setting my vision board. If I want to make my hair, I go on Pinterest. If I want to sew clothes, I go on Pinterest. If I'm looking for inspiration, I go on Pinterest. So Pinterest is another world entirely. Pinterest has like 291 million active users and 70 million of active users logged on the app, checking it out daily. Tumblr, do people still use Tumblr? I'm just checking. I think this is as much as I can take on the show. It's great chatting with you guys about what's happening, what's hot, and what's hot topic in the tech landscape. I look forward to doing this tomorrow with you guys and talk about more advancements happening around us, trying to keep you up to date with what's going on. Don't forget, this is a new platform. You should leverage it. It's good for entrepreneurship. Marketing has taken other shape and form. Your business also needs this. Your way of working also needs this. Don't look down on any platform, not even our platform. Like, don't do that. Rather, what you should do is recommend people, refer people to listen to us. We're here for you guys. We have interesting conversation. We bring game changers and game drivers in the industry. We bring founders. We bring people who are experts and professionals in the tech field. I mean, we have great conversations that are not even related to tech, but they are helpful. We talk relationship, we talk health, we talk home, we talk family. Imagine next week I'm going to be talking about dating app. I'm just giving you a heads up to what I'm going to be doing. You see, we're interesting over here. We give you cheat codes also. You see, we got you. My name is Bookii, your humble host. Looking forward to doing this tomorrow with you guys. That doesn't sound weird. But anyway, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening, and don't forget to catch up on all the live shows right here on africatechradio.com.